My Hero Academia's new ending is here. It's time for the latest news out of Japan. A while back, it was announced that My Hero Academia would be getting an extended ending in its final volume. That release is now here, and it's causing a lot of discussion. We have a lot to go over, so let's get right to it. For starters, we have an After Time Skip Top 10 Hero Billboard chart update, and to put it simply, it's shocking. At number 1, we have Mirio. This is unsurprising and fair. It's great to see a story in the manga end this way. At number 2, the list features Shoto. Again, not surprising considering his power, connection to the previous number 1 hero, and personality. And by the way, in this extra ending, his official hero name was revealed to be Air Conditioner Hero Shoto. Not the coolest name for a hero with an ice and fire quirk, but yeah, it's not bait. That's his name. Let's go through the rest of the top 10 quickly. Number 3, Mount Lady. Number 4, Kamui Woods. Number 5, Best Jeanist. Number 6, Midoko. Number 7, Nijire. Number 8, Wash. Number 9, Shoji. And number 10, Monoma. If you're like most fans, you may have noticed that a key person is missing from the top 10. The series' most popular character by a wide margin, Bakugo, didn't end up a top 10 hero. Fans are saying he's washed. It's important to remember the hero polls in My Hero Academia are not just based on power, it's more like a popularity contest. Despite fans knowing this, no one expected Bakugo's personality to hold him back this much. On the list, Bakugo ended up being number 15. We'll put the rest of the list on screen now. Feel free to pause and look it over. Moving on, in the final chapter of My Hero Academia, before this new bonus release, we jumped 8 years into the future to see how the world has evolved after the Battle of Shigaraki. Deku, now quirkless after using up the last embers of One For All, became a teacher at UA High School. He's seen wearing a customized power suit designed to enhance his abilities, allowing him to keep fighting and inspiring others despite losing his quirk. Shoto Todoroki and Katsuki Bakugo have risen to become pro heroes, continuing their growth as leaders in the hero world. Ochako Uraraka dedicates her life to quirk counseling and disaster relief, bringing hope to those in need. Other classmates like Tenya Ida, Momoya Yorozu, and Suyu Asui are making significant contributions to Hero Society in their own unique ways. Previously, Dabi's story in My Hero Academia wrapped up with a mix of tragedy and redemption. After pushing his blue flame quirk to the limit, he was left critically injured and confined to a life support pod, only able to speak a few minutes a day. His father, Endeavor, retired from hero work to stay by his side, and Shoto tried to reconnect. With the latest bonus chapter, we get confirmation that Toya Todoroki did in fact pass away during the story's time skip. His brother, Shoto, now the number 2 hero, seems more at peace now than ever before. In the chapter, he smiles a lot, and even talks about taking chopstick making classes in Kanazawa. Fans are loving this new Shoto. This got a lot of attention. One post on X puts it well. He's finally happy and smiling after not being able to for so many years. Thank you, God. Another said, seeing a character who went through absolute hell and back, smiling and feeling comfortable within themselves is making me emotional. Shoto Todoroki's story in My Hero Academia is all about breaking free from the shadow of his abusive father, Endeavor. Born as a perfect hero with both fire and ice powers, Shoto initially rejects his flames, a symbol of his father's control. His journey is a fight to reclaim his identity and his full strength. This ending truly fits him. Let's talk about what you've been waiting for. An update on Deku and Uraka in the bonus chapter. This bonus chapter dives into the emotional struggles of Deku and Ochako as they wrestle with balancing their selflessness with personal desires. Both have been pushing themselves to help others, often at the expense of their own well-being. Ochako feels lingering guilt about living her dream life, haunted by thoughts of Toga, who never had that chance. Her frequent dreams of Toga reflect her inner conflict, but a heartfelt conversation with Suyu helps her process these feelings. Similarly, Deku opens up to Bakugo, who helps him reflect on his emotions and motivations. In the final moments of the chapter, Ochako regrets not being able to speak to Deku during Class A's dinner. Just as she's lost in thought, Deku runs toward her, confessing that while he admires everyone, he especially wants to talk to her more, now and in the future. This moment parallels Ochako's dream, where Toga tells her to live her life her way. Inspired, Ochaku takes the message to heart. The chapter closes on a tender note as Deku and Ochako blush, hold hands, and realize they're on the same page, ready to move forward together. It's probably safe to call that a ship sailing. At least we think so, though some are already debating it, saying that their hand-holding scene is not romantic. One fan hilariously posted panels of moments between Bakugo and Deku saying, "You will never be them." Others are saying that My Hero Academia Twitter is about to be an ugly place for certain people, of course, referring to Deku Bakugo shippers. We agree with this post. All the signs are there that this is an official confirmation of a relationship between the two. Midoriya running to catch up to Ochako, Ochako being flustered just by seeing him, the flashback of them in school, the shoujo romance light bubbles in the background. Textbook manga romance. As exciting as all that is, there is still new info in the latest volume and chapter. A big one is that the series author, Horikoshi, opened up about a mistake in what was originally in the final chapter. Remember Kota? The little boy that Deku previously saved and became close to? Well, he was shown as a high schooler after the 8-year time skip. The series author admitted that this was a mistake as the boy is actually not old enough to be in high school. Some were initially confused by this because the boy was previously 6 years old. After the time skip, he'd be 14, old enough for high school. But actually, in Japan, high school is only 3 years. One fan on X put it well. In Japan, their first year or freshman year is our sophomore year, so he'd need to be 15. Some saw this as an opportunity to point out that this was not the only thing the author messed up, referring to the ending in general. Others thought that this could just be justified by just assuming that Kota was smart enough to skip a grade or two. If we're being honest, it's a minor plot hole. In the original ending, fans and haters were saying Deku ended the series down bad, powerless, no relationship, not able to spend much time with his friends, and so on. Fans see this new ending as saving Deku. He beat the washed allegations. A funny tweet put it like this: Deku ended the series inspiring the next generation, still being a pro with his friends, famous on billboards, dating Ochako. Most fans are satisfied with the ending now that we have this bonus content. Compared to other series that ended this year, My Hero Academia's ending wasn't too controversial. Now though, it seems most agree the ending is at least alright. A heartfelt comment put it like this: "No one can ever make me hate My Hero Academia. God bless Horikoshi for the extra volume pages." To end off today's update, let's read the author's final volume comment. "Thank you for buying the volumes until the end. Thank you for reading until the end. During your life from now on, whenever you take a first step, whenever you don't feel like taking a shower, whenever you're not feeling like waking up early, whenever you fail, whenever you regret something, whenever you're feeling down, if you think about Deku, All Might, and everyone, that will give meaning to all of their efforts." Of course, some fans found humor in this. One of many similar comments in the message said, "Think about All Might in the shower? Well, if you insist." And another said bluntly, "He knows we're all depressed." The latest volume, like always, did make some improvements to artwork with the included chapters. A couple key ones were removing Idia's helmet to show his face in the final chapter, and removing a guy fans called Wankman. The artwork in the latest volume is very impressive as well. Horikoshi is proving that without weekly deadlines, his artwork is notably different. The timeskip versions of Midako and Mount Lady have fans very excited. We couldn't make this video without mentioning that. And lastly, we still have not seen Deku's father. Maybe in a movie someday. In other news, Netflix is going after leakers.